K-Trend Monitoring Office. How can I help you? And back joining us in the studio for another episode of the K-Trend Monitoring Office is David. David, hello to you, buddy.
Hello, SJ, and hello, everybody in the chat and listeners. I am fresh.
No, you're not.
I am fresh from the airport.
Yes.
I just landed literally like 1 hour and a half ago.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah, I rushed my way here, but I made it in one piece.
Man.
All the way from New York.
Dude, I appreciate that, man.
No. Professionalism.
Yeah, I know, but that's beyond professionalism.
Nah.
You could have been like, can we record? But he's like, no,
we
gotta
gotta
live.
be here live.
Dude, I got a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're relatively one of the younger ones in our group.
Okay.
And so we're talking about like the craziest hairstyles that we've had. And I don't know if you saw my half Mohican G-Dragon hair back in,
I did. I got a
like,
peek of it. I was
you ever have like a crazy hair?
So my whole family's pretty conservative.
Oh, yeah.
And coincidentally, the only time I had crazy hair was blue hair.
What?
Blue hair. And it was for a week. And it was for a New York business trip.
Like just before?
Yes.
What you just went to right now?
No, not right now, but like 7 years ago. Because I was like, oh, this is my only chance that I'll be able to bleach and dye my hair because like I'm outside of my grandpa's radar.
Goodness.
So
Oh my goodness.
I just wanted to rebel, and then I got blue hair for a week, and then dyed it black.
He had it
again.
blue and then he dyed it back to... I mean, you did say you had a very conservative family,
Yes.
so that's what it is. David, I think one of your viewers, Tuka Bias, was asking if we're going to find you a girlfriend live on air.
Is that the agenda now?
I'm not sure if that's possible.
Well, I couldn't find one in New York, so good luck.
We're not gonna find him one. Come on, he'll find his own. He's a good-looking guy. He's a nice guy. He'll do fine right now. All right, so David.
All right.
Today we're gonna talk about something that seems so like, I don't know, common. Mm-hmm. Like probably one of the most common topics that you could hear on ARIRANG Radio, especially yet. We're gonna go really deep.
Yes.
What are we gonna talk about?
All right, we are going to be talking about the one and only global phenomenon, K-pop. And everybody knows, like, K-pop has exploded over the years, right? Like, nowadays, if you talk about K-pop, nobody actually like, cringes or like frowns at you. No. They're like, oh, yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard BTS. I know Blackpink. You know, that's the response we're getting. And then on top of that, we have like K-pop Demon Hunters, Golden, charting on Spotify and all that. So definitely the status has changed. But with these changes, people are asking, like, it's become so global. And
is it really K-pop?
Yeah, exactly. What is K-pop?
Yeah.
Is it K-pop anymore?
It's interesting you mentioned this. Back when I was like in high school, I used to, MP3 player days.
Okay.
I'm listening to like Baby Vox. I'm listening to like BoA. I'm listening to, all these groups. And, one of my friends would be like, yo, what are you listening to? And I'd be like, Jay-Z, of course.
Oh.
Tupac, Biggie. That's what I'm listening to. All the while, Baby Vox's Killers coming out. It was like almost sometimes, I don't know. I guess I was ashamed to tell people I was listening to K-pop. Now, everyone's like, oh man, I'm listening to this. I'm listening to that. And I have no idea what you guys are talking about because they know more than I do.
Yeah.
But with so many global listeners of K-pop music, I find myself asking that same question too. What is K-pop? Because it's changed so much.
It has changed so much.
Let's go into the introduction of what we're going to be delving into, and potentially this could be a multi-parter. Yeah. But for all of our listeners out there, if you have an answer, basic answer to what K-pop is, let us know in our chat box there. David, take us away, man.
Okay, so actually we are going to be chopping up K-pop into a lot of parts because that is related to the definition of K-pop itself. So a lot of people out there, especially people who are new into K-pop, just misunderstand K-pop as a musical genre or just, music that's associated with Korea or something like that. I guess in a broader perspective, that would totally be fine. You could define it like that. But however, when people start bringing in different cultures as if like, you know, there's hip hop, there's R&B and all that. And people start saying, is K-pop really K-pop? You know, like how can you say hip hop's Korean, right? Like when those questions surface, like we got to defend ourselves, right? Like, so in order to answer that, I actually wrote a thesis on this and did a lot of research on it.
That's right.
So we have to bring in the concept called hybridity, like being hybrid. So basically, K-pop is a mix of everything and the result output of it.
Yeah.
So I normally just compare it to bibimbap. You know, it's our Korean favorite dish.
Absolutely.
We have so many ingredients in it, and then we mix it up with the spice, and then there's rice, and we just like eat it all together, right? And the ingredients and everything just pop and synchronize all together. So yeah, that is the number one thing everybody has to agree upon when we're talking about K-pop. It's just not one genre. It's just not originated from one single place. It's just not Korean things. It's a mix of everything adapted to the Korean culture and other aspects as well, as we're going to delve into it in like the further episode.
I do agree with you on this. Like on the weekends, I have a segment, SJ Saturday Night Fever or like SJ's Theme Park. When I talk about certain songs that I play, I describe the beats, and oftentimes I'll say I'll have a mix of EDM, I have a mix of R&B. Like it's a mix of different things. And so it's really hard to sort of grasp what K-popness is. But have you heard a song where recently, in fact, last week on Friday, we have a segment called Popular Culture Research Team where we break down like, you know, cultural elements within like K-pop, K-dramas, and K-movies. We did one on High Keys, Rose Blossom.
Rose Blossom.
Okay. 빌딩 사이에 핀 장미. Right?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
So when I heard that song, and that song came out in 2022, I believe, I said, oh my goodness, this is what K-pop sounds like originally. And it's brought back what was lost after all the evolution in K-pop music.
Yeah, it sounds so nostalgic, right?
Yeah, and I just sat there not talking to our guests during our music break when all the chat goes on, and I just sat there and I soaked it in because I missed it.
Maybe I missed it because you're from that era.
Yes, but it doesn't... It's not surprising that there is this hybrid, this evolution, because we have to think about the global consumption, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the global consumption has gone over 90% nowadays is from the global audience, not like the Korean one. So that's like a total, you know, turn of tables. No longer do we have like the power in the Korean sector domestically anymore. So like it's very, very globally driven. But we've been all talking about like musical genres and stuff like that until now. But people have to also understand that K-pop has so many other distinct factors, such as fashion, the performance, the group factor. There's so many members, right? That's very uncommon in the West. Like they have concepts of boy bands and girl groups, but not as common as in K-pop, prominent as in K-pop. Also, there's the training system.
Yes.
That is a very big one. We have like a very systemized trainee system. At least people train for like 7 to 10 years just to debut. We teach them manners, English, other languages. And on top of that, we have a distinct fan culture as well, too. We have like streamings, hashtags going on, like fan meets, high touches. So all of this mixed together can be defined as K-pop. So we're not only just talking about a musical genre over here.
It's a culture.
It's a culture, exactly. Just wrapping it up like that.
I want to apologize. It's not 빌딩 사이에, 건물 사이에.
건물 사이에 핀 장미.
Yes, it's when you're getting older, you start forgetting titles and stuff like that. I know that people were sometimes complaining about how there was so many English. Yeah. If you look at certain songs like Dynamite, Butter, it's like completely all English. Yeah. And some people going, well, can you really say that it's K-pop song when you have that much English song? I want to go back to, and sorry, I apologize for this. I want to go back to 1999. I think it was 1999, 1998 or 1990. It might be 97. I forget.
Okay.
United States.
Yeah.
we started seeing a boom in Latin music.
Oh, okay.
All right. And it got to the point where Latin music became a separate category in music, just like K-pop is now becoming a separate category in music, American Music Awards. Gentleman by the name of Ricky Martin.
Oh, yes.
Comes out, right? He's going living a vida loca, mixing English and the Spanish language, right? She will wear you out, living a vida loca, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, Palamos, let the rhythm take you over, Palamos.
Oh.
Enrique Iglesias, right? All these Latin music, they started infusing English because Americans started bracing Latin music.
Yes.
In the same way, I feel like because many English-speaking countries are embracing K-pop music, it's only fair that English is added on.
Yeah, most definitely. Because, like, you know, if we want to reach a broader audience, it's just the logical way to go. You know, we speak the universal language, we melt it inside the lyrics so that a lot of fans can participate in the fan chants. They can actually understand what the lyrics are saying. So it just boosts up the interactions and like it just melts the barriers between like that language barrier is I really like that saying from Bong Joon-ho saying like, you know, if you just, you know, overcome that 1-inch barrier of the subtitles and try to understand, then you'll see a huge new horizon. But K-pop, I would say, has more just demolished that language barrier by itself. Like, just like, you know, let's go full on English. And nowadays, I would feel like, you know, the English lyrics, Korean lyrics are half and half. Sometimes most, even more English lyrics. And a lot of people are complaining about that. But we'll talk about that a little more.
I love what you wrote here on the script here. K-pop isn't defined by language alone.
Yeah.
And although there are some more of the traditionalists, right? I like to say I'm like kind of on the slightly conservative end of that, where I think maybe at least 90%, let's make it 90% of them Korean and the rest 10% English, maybe.
Yeah.
If it's 100% Korean English, like, is it really capable? Like, I'm one of those people.
I feel you.
We had Sukasa over in Brazil.
Oh.
He's a fan of your channel, by the way.
Hello.
I miss when K-pop songs were mostly in Korean. Like 90% Korean language is so cool, and I hope it get back to having most of the lyrics in Korean.
Everybody does.
Yes. But others, it's helping them get closer to the K-pop music. And when the market goes overseas, it's only fair that the label starts making more English titles, lyrics. We're going to talk more about this, guys. And this could be a 2-parter. It could be a 3-parter. Who knows? This is a big one. Continue to send in your 2 cents on the issue. Let's take a listen to a song from 17 with Super, 손오공. And that was 17 with 손오공. We got some messages. First off, M. Kara says, David, show SJ your Karina photo cards. I'm afraid to see how many he has.
Oh, why did you have to bring that up?
One of your viewers, I'm guessing. Chris Rose says it's mostly Western Swedish producers and the sound is getting more American. That unique sound and style that make it stand out is few and far between these days. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm really not. But it's interesting when I heard again, for the first time in a really long time, a very K-pop, original K-pop sound. Like, you know it right off the bat when you hear it. It was pleasant to hear. Polina says, here in the UK, K-pop literally is for young people. Okay, I mean, I've heard some, like, you know, older people listen to it. Matahari says, trust me, it's really exploded. It's even reached the Caribbean islands. I have kids coming into the bookstore looking for K-pop Demon Hunters books.
Oh, wow.
I absolutely love it. Let's see. K-pop is a state of mind. Bias.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
It could be. Jenga says, I think K-pop as popular music coming out of Korea. Used to think that of it as mostly in Korean too, but many K-pop artists. What is that? Did you just fall asleep as you were writing this? Releasing songs that are all English. Okay, there it is. It cut off. Let's see. Tuka Bias, I think K-pop is music created with K-pop training system, either primarily by Koreans or in Korea, but it's flexible too, which you talked about.
Yeah.
With when it comes to the uniqueness of the K-pop music. We got so many messages.
Oh, K-pop is always a hot topic.
I think adding Nick Archer over in Germany, I think adding English words or short phrases in the lyrics is kind of funny and maybe works only in K-pop like this. No, but again, Latin music. And I think all parts of it used to be, remember back in the days, the old K-pop songs?
Oh, they didn't make sense.
It made no sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Ring ding dong.
I mean, Ring Ding Dong was like not the worst.
Okay.
Like HOT, 2G, they're like,
Oh, yeah.
Balaba Lifer, Cat Dry Cipher, On the Roof, On the Type Snife, yeah.
I'm surprised you even remember that.
It's nice.
Iconic.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
Let's talk about how K-pop sound has changed, David.
Yeah, so like in the early days, as we've been discussing, K-pop had more of like a type, a mold. Back then, it was like a 4-minute song usually, and it had the intro, verse, chorus, bridge, and outro, and everybody would do like a whole dance break and all that kind of stuff. So we could definitely, identify K-pop musically in those like core parts, right? But then nowadays, I think this is my personal opinion, mostly due to TikTok and short form content and like people trying to get viral, idols and labels. The average song length has absolutely dropped from 4 minutes to 2 and 55 seconds. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. That is crazy.
I heard a recent song, I think was it Like Jenny, that was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds or something?
Yeah. I guess people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and also like to get viral on TikTok, you need to have that strong hook just kicking right in.
You know what else I heard?
What?
So I was talking to one of who used to be a good friend of mine and left for another show, Iris' show. No, Kim Young-dae, who's a music expert.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's always on the news.
So I was talking to him and he said, well, nowadays, because of like Spotify, the more people listening to the song, it generates more money.
Yeah.
And so if the song is shorter, people can listen to more of it.
Oh, right.
It ends quickly.
Right.
And so, but also it goes back to how I think the attention span of a typical person nowadays is much shorter.
Yeah.
And so they can't do 4-minute songs anymore.
Right. And also, like, even in YouTube or in any space of content, I guess music is content too, you have to grab the attention of the viewer or listener within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If it's not interesting, like if you drag on with like these interludes or whatever, people are going to leave. Like, what is this weird music? But nowadays, because of that, most K-pop songs just start with a hook or just a drop right off the bat as soon as it starts, and it's very like bass heavy, it's very like bright or like very dynamic in order to just catch the listener's ears, and that is a major shift from the old days, I would say.
Definitely so. And of course the other one that we just been talking about is the language thing, where I mean there is some Spanish where and Chris Rhodes, I apologize, I have to mention this. 여자친구? What is it?
Gustas too? Me gustas too?
Me gustas too?
Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense in Spanish.
I have no idea, but okay.
I think that means like I like you or something like that. Like
Okay.
I think it's me gusta. Me gusta is supposed to be I like you or something, no? But the me gusta too, I think, apparently makes no sense. But it used to be, going back, that English makes no sense.
Yeah.
Back in the days, but now English does make sense. But in exchange, there's so much English that we go, is it really K-pop?
Yeah. So like I think, we have some iconic songs that have been produced fully in English, and I guess like big groups like BTS or Blackpink are actually at the forefront of it. Like they might have even ignited the whole movement itself. So like everybody knows BTS is Dynamite and Butter, right?
Yes.
Because they got like global attention, and Blackpink with their recent songs, they're all in English except for like one word like "deal," right? So like and Rose with her Apata song and all that, they're all in English. K-pop Demon Hunters Golden, it's mostly in English. So people are like, this is categorized as K-pop, but is it really? Like the English lyrics are 90% of the song, but like can we blame them? Because like the money comes from the global audiences, and the market is bigger in America and also in Europe, where a lot of people speak English. So I guess the labels are just following, I I don't want to get into that this way, but like the market
It
order.
is.
Yeah,
No, that's what it is.
capitalism. It's just capitalism at its core.
Oh, that's absolutely what it is.
Yeah.
Because think about it, I think BTS is the very best example of this. Remember when BTS exploded
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and what happened? They came out with what is it? Even with The Boy With Love.
Yeah.
Right? Who did they feature? Halsey. They started featuring a Western artist into that, adding more English to it. Butter, Dynamite, completely English.
Yeah.
Which now, I don't know if you guys know this, but most of us English broadcasters, excluding me, because for some reason I can't get a job in this, they tutor artists.
Oh,
English.
yeah.
Right, so I know someone who was, I'm not going to say, I'm never going to mention the names, but I know someone who was tutoring IU.
Oh, wow. English.
I was like so lucky, so lucky.
Maybe I can get a job for Karina or Winter.
Yeah, but then they're probably not going to hire you.
If you're watching this.
No, I heard that they hire for female artists. They only hire female teachers for obvious reasons. Like people like you.
Oh my gosh.
Right, so like, and then what is it? My friend was,
Okay.
because you're definitely not going to teach them anything.
Okay.
Like my guy friends, they all ended up teaching male artists or male actors. And so and then I asked him, what are you learning? Are you teaching them to speak English? He was like, that's not the most important thing. It's pronouncing the words in the lyrics.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
Because in the old days, the pronunciations were a little bit off. Everybody could hear, like, what? How is this person pronouncing this word in this way?
Because you can't be going smooth like butter.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be butter. The pronunciation has to be butter.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, like, I am an ARMY and I love BTS. And, like, I know some behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, it's not even behind the scenes, but if everyone's a fan of BTS, they know that the members themselves are totally more comfortable with Korean lyrics, obviously, and they express themselves even better with Korean lyrics. But it's part of like HYBE's policy and Big Hit Music's policy to like, for the global expansion.
Yeah.
And a lot of members have been upfront about like, okay, yeah, we're checking out this vibe, like checking out this phase of all English stuff. And it got them a lot of awards. So they got all those trophies. So hopefully my wish is like, okay, let's balance the English and Korean lyrics a little bit more in the future.
That's right. Well, speaking of English and speaking of buttery pronunciations, that was BTS with Butter. Was my pronunciation good? Butter.
Butter. It's like butter.
Pata. It's pata.
We actually have that expression, right? In Korean, like, oh, your English sounds like butter.
It's very butter. 야, 너 pata 같아, pata.
느끼해.
Oh, butter.
Cheesy, buttery.
They always go pronounce butter. Butter 발음해봐. Butter.
Butter. Another one is orange.
McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's.
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Pata. This is a very good question. Hey, as an expert, because David, you are a K-pop expert.
Okay.
I have to throw this question for you.
Yeah.
Disobedient Space Whale over in Newcastle, our listener, says, does the Morangbong band in North Korea count as K-pop?
You really wanted to ask that? No, they do not qualify as K-pop because no, I mean, are we even going to that length? Okay,
it
the
is
Korean ethnicity and the Korean language.
No, it's the
band.
It is technically K-pop, Kim-pop. The
Kim-pop.
Kim Jong-un pop. Kim-pop.
Okay.
Kim-pop?
Okay, I don't want to get into that direction, but...
No, but I heard that in North Korea, they're now slowly turning more into like the South Korean K-pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got like girl groups.
Okay.
Wearing like skirts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I did see Red Velvet visiting Kim Jong-un
Dude,
back
when
then.
Red Velvet came to North Korea,
Yeah.
the choice of songs,
Yeah.
빨간 맛,
Red flavor.
Bad Boy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I think that was intentional.
That was intentional. That was so intentional.
That was
Come on now.
That was crazy.
But anyways, let's get back here to talking about K-pop. What is K-pop and sort of the changes that we're seeing right now, where a lot of people are confused as to whether this is the K-pop that we grew up listening to.
Yeah.
And we're talking about we as in old school listeners like myself.
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, it's a trade-off. You know, we got the mass now through the English lyrics, and then the more like westernized versions and genres of it. So like everybody's eyeballs and ears are on K-pop. So like we definitely got that market. We got the global accessibility, the mainstream global market with like Spotify and Apple, iTunes, whatever. Everybody's listening to K-pop, but now people are criticizing, oh, where is the identity anymore? Where's the language? Where's like the good old, first gen, second gen, iconic, hooks and the addictiveness? Where is all of that? Where's the cultural nuance? I used to do a series called K-Pop Explained back then, like 5 years ago. But the reason I stopped doing it is not because I was bored of the content itself. It was because there wasn't anything to explain anyways now, because the lyrics are all in English.
Yeah.
So I definitely think the criticism is valid, but at the same time, I mentioned it's like a trade-off, right? So if you look closely, I do see though how artists are trying to like I guess like in their own powers. Like for example, if you see Blackpink's music Jump, right?
Yes.
It's like bum 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 and dio, and that's the literally only one word of Korean it has. However, at the same time, because it's the only one word for Korean K-pop listeners, it's easier to catch.
Yeah.
Also for like Rose's 아파트, even if it's like a whole English song, they play the Korean drinking game together, 아파트 together, and 아파트 is like a Koreanified version of apartment.
Yeah.
So they're learning the culture. So like those little I guess impactful words that are sprinkled on top of these English songs, in a sense, it's more impactful for like these non-Korean listeners to just adopt that Korean word.
I agree with you. This is, again, I feel like I keep going back to Ricky Martin, but it's thanks to Ricky Martin and everything else was English, but that one word, living La Vida Loca. And I was like, man, guys, I'm so living a vida loca right now. My V is loca.
Oh yeah,
loco is loco. And you learn words like this.
Exactly.
And it also makes you, it gets you into other songs. And yes, I do know Mark Anthony, Carlos Santana, great guitarist. Enrique Iglesias, great song. And so all of these guys, they're doing the same thing. But I just didn't think it was going to get so big that you have, and you use Apatu as an example here. I think this is good because Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bruno Mars featuring Rose.
Right.
That just shows how big K-pop has gotten.
It's unthinkable. Like Bruno Mars is one of my favorite artists. He collabed with Rose.
Yeah.
Coldplay is one of my other favorite artists. They collabed with BTS. I'm like, what kind of world am I living in?
But when they do collaborate in that way, can we still call it K-pop?
Well, I guess we can because, like, as for the example of apatu, it has Korean nuances and culture inside it, and the pronunciation of apatu itself. Like, people are like, "What is apatu, anyways?" And then they learned about, oh, it's how Koreans pronounce apartment, and then they're going like, "Why are they talking about apartments though? Why not house?" Oh, it's because Seoul is so dense. Like, they all live in apartments. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I should visit Korea. So it's like this logical flow of like a gateway.
So
to Korea.
if Bruno Mars featured in Rose's Apatu, and that's a K-pop song, did Bruno Mars now become a K-pop artist?
No, I don't think. I think that's a stretch. I think he's a pop star that featured in a K-pop song. But like, there might be argues about whether Apate is a K-pop song or not. But
I did say Iglesias. I didn't say Iglesias anymore. It is Iglesias. I said Enrique Iglesias. I got it right. But another topic that, I mean, again, this could probably expand to another week now, for another week. But you have to also now take into consideration that now there are non-Korean members.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Which now changes things once again.
Yeah.
Because I keep going, well, will I have been, if I continue to like Latin music and I wanted to follow, actually, I didn't want to follow all of the footsteps of Ricky Martin, but I'm saying, you know, like William Hung, like maybe that onto that extent, would they acknowledge me as a Latin artist when I look like this, right? And so like that's another aspect here, but I think that's the other thing that K-pop makes it so unique from maybe some other music genres in that it's accepted.
Yeah, it's definitely become way diverse than before. In the first generations of like HOT, SES, we didn't see any foreign members back then.
You had Kulture.
Yeah, we had K-Pop은, but that was it. Like maybe in God, but that was like it. And then when we proceeded into the second gen, slowly we got members from like Southeast Asia and stuff and Japan. But like nowadays, it's like multicultural.
Yes, exactly. We might go part 2 on this, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for sending in your input on today's issues. David, thank you.
Thank you
for traveling all this way for this. Have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you again next week.
All right.